Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Rise of the Beast line. Uh, this is Titan Changer Scourge. And as we wind down, it's interesting that we're able to take a look at some of these other kid-friendly figures. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the Titan Changers, you know this is a very simple, very cheap toy, um, very hollow. But it is very interesting to see. Number one, this basically, like the other kid-friendly versions of Scourge, is using a copper bronze color instead of the darker blacks and gunmetal grays, which I think is again to give brighter toys to kids because that's what's appealing. And like those figures and the Studio Series figure, this is using the version of the head that was really a late stage design that was changed for the film. So it is interesting to note that even including Studio Series, there is no uh, version of Scourge with a movie accurate head. Does that mean at some point down the line we're going to get another Studio Series figure that's going to give us that proper head? Who knows? Now, I got this figure off of Amazon. It was kind of tricky to find because you can't just search Titan Changer Scourge. It was using like a code name or something, and it actually did get delayed at least once. But here it is. I do believe it is showing up in other stores, um, which like Walmart and Target. So there is that. Now, I would say that these figures are actually closer to in terms of age, like right when they're past the rescue bot stage, and then but not quite ready for generations. Like they're playing with the one step changers, flip changers, and maybe the flex changers, but you want a little something a little more dexterous. Now, obviously, this is a very simple transformer. All the articulation is here in the ball jointed shoulders, and that's about all. So let's just get into the transformation. Go ahead, flip the head forward, just like so. Then what you want to do is lay uh, the whole toy flat, and then flip it over on that black double hinge, and then come in, collapse the arms inward, and with a little. This is actually something gets stuck. I don't know what, but uh, make sure that these panels go under the what would be the roof of the truck, and then close them together like that. And then what you can do is just shift everything back. There are tabs right there that are on the head panel that will take into slots on the legs. And there you go. You have very nice truck mode, very indicative of its main look from the films. Um, of course, the figure, like I said, is very hollow. And I do want to mention that the plastic is very cheap feeling. It's very thin, so you want to have care when handling it because, as you saw, you might have to use a little bit of force to get some things to slide in, and you could end up breaking them. But as long as you have a little bit of care, nothing should be a problem. To go back to the robot mode, just pick the front panel up like so. Again, you want to have it tilted forward ever so slightly so those tabs are free from the slots there. Separate the arms, bring them out, just like that. And this is a section that sometimes I have a little bit of an issue with, and that's basically when you flip this back out, there's a tab right there that has to clear a slot right by my thumb. And sometimes that can be a little bit of an adventure. But once that's done, flip the head up, and there you have Scourge back in its robot mode. So, not bad. Obviously, this is a very simple figure designed for smaller hands. But I mean, I would say it's even a little too big to be a desk toy, but it is enjoyable. So how about we pause and we'll come back with my final thoughts. It's nice to see that Scourge got some representation in the kid-friendly line, as just from a play value standpoint. Um, it was nice that the good guys had a bad guy to deal with. Now, besides Scourge in the Titan Changer line, you do have Cheetor, who's a new mold, but you also have repacks of Optimus Prime and Megatron that have been part of the Authentics and those evergreen lines for a while. So, there isn't a selection out there that if you haven't picked them up already. Now, for an adult collector, I really can't, see any value to this outside of just having, if you really like the character of Scourge, having another representation. Um, it looks good enough, and if you're a customizer, I'm sure there's a lot of work you can do with it. But other than that, that's really about all I can say. It's designed for kids. It's great that, Scourge is there. I got it off of Amazon. Might have a bit of a difficulty finding it there now, but check your retailers such as Target and Walmart, and even drugstores such as Walgreens, because I know they tend to carry these Titan Changer figures. That's it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. That helps with the algorithms. I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. But as I always say, if you can't swing that, your views are more than thanks enough. Once again, this is your old pal Chuck for Scourge. We will see you next time.